What's going on, everybody? It's Adam from Freeways and Freedom, bringing you another episode of Getting Ripped with Tripp, where I attempt to bring you simple, macro-friendly meal that also tastes good. Sunday, we're meal prepping. Right now, the hottest thing going is this Popeyes fried chicken sandwich, so I wanted to kind of honor that. And so today we're gonna do a brown sugar bourbon glazed chicken with diced sweet potatoes. For this recipe, obviously you're gonna need some chicken, boneless skin. I'm gonna do 6 servings, so about 1.5 pounds. This is about 1.75 pounds. Sweet potatoes that I went ahead and diced up already. I just did 2 medium to large sweet potatoes as a side. You can use whatever carb you want, but I think it'll go well with this marinade. I think it'll go well with the sweet potatoes. I'm gonna throw some paprika and cinnamon in there, and just throw them in a little coconut oil and over the stove and cook those. For the marinade, so this is a McCormick's recipe, so they just recommended this Grill Mates brown sugar mix, a little bit of mustard. You're gonna need some apple cider vinegar, just a little bit. Oil, you use olive oil for this one. And then some mustard to brush on after the chicken's done. And I'm gonna air fry the chicken today. You can bake it if you want. You can even cut it up and throw it on the stove. But I'm using the air fryer today because I think it'll be a lot quicker. So let's go ahead and get this marinade. Okay, first step we need to get this marinade made. So I'm just gonna grab my packet of McCormick's Grill Mate brown sugar bourbon marinade mix. And if I can open it, it's just kind of a small bowl, throw that in there. Smells pretty good. And then all it said was a 1/4 cup of oil. I'm assuming I'm just gonna use olive oil. 1/4 cup of that. Throw that in there. 2 tablespoons of water. Okay. 2, and then 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar. These are kind of nice to make these little small ones. Actually, I wanted to have a PSA for you guys. So about this Popeyes fried chicken that everybody's been blowing up about. I just don't see the point of getting excited about fast food chicken sandwiches. I think far too often, myself included, and a lot of my friends, we often settle for what basically is fast food chicken sandwiches for everything in life, whether it's jobs, dating, especially a lot of my guy friends. You're essentially dating fast food fried chicken. Set your sights higher, man. Aim high, set your sights high. There's much better stuff out there. Don't settle for fast food chicken. There's no way you should be waiting hours in line for basically what is a frozen chicken breast thrown in a deep fryer and served. Come on, man, be better than that. All right, so get that stuff going. Just gonna whisk it together here for a few seconds. I may speed this part up for you guys. Okay. All right, now we need to go ahead and get the chicken, throw it in the bag, and we're gonna add marinade. Marinade is whisked and combined. So what we're gonna do now is you have to remove 2 tablespoons of the marinade. Because this is what's gonna get basted on your chicken after it's done cooking. 2. And then you're gonna add a tablespoon of this French's classic mustard. It's amazing. There we go. Okay, tablespoon of that. Not gonna need that anymore. Just gonna grab a spoon, stir that together a little bit. And you're gonna kind of set this aside. That nice and combined. That'll be for a little bit later. All right, so now with your remaining marinade, what you're gonna do is I just used the big gallon freezer bag and put the chicken in there. These were pretty thick, so I went ahead and pounded out the meat, which if you guys subscribe, I have a premium snap. I have a lot of good techniques for pounding meat. But I'll link that in the video. But just go ahead and pour the rest of the marinade in the bag. Make sure I get it all. I don't want to waste any of it. There we go. Okay, throw that back in there. It's done. We can go ahead and seal it. Like that. Now all you're gonna do is give it a couple of few turns, kind of rub it together. Get it nice and evenly coated if you can, like that. Don't be afraid to get in there and really handle that meat. Got a nice smell to it. Should be pretty good. Okay. All right. Once you get it kind of combined and coated the way you want it, you're just gonna put this in the refrigerator for, you can do 30 minutes up to a few hours. Obviously, the longer you let something marinate, it's gonna be better. So go ahead and throw that in the refrigerator, and we'll go ahead and now get started on these. We got the chickens marinating in the refrigerator. We're gonna go ahead and get started on these sweet potatoes. As I said earlier, I just went ahead and peeled and diced them. And this is really up to you as far as how much you want. For me, I'm making 6 servings, so it's ended up being like 800 and something grams, which should be a good amount of carbohydrates for me for 6 servings. I'm just heated a tablespoon of coconut oil over a skillet, medium-high heat. It's good to go now. So all you're gonna do now is add in the sweet potatoes, skillet, kind of get them evenly distributed here in the pan. Here we go. These are gonna take, depending on how much you have, they usually take about, I'd say 15 to maybe 20 minutes. And I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of cinnamon to these, because I think that'll go well with this that bourbon and brown sugar glaze on the chicken. Be a nice pairing. Sweet potatoes are good because you can go kind of a savory route, you can go a sweet route. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of paprika just to give it a little spice, a little kick. Just a good combination for these here. I make a hash a lot. I used to make it a lot. I actually need to kind of get back to it with sweet potatoes and ground beef and spinach. Really good. I have a new bottle. It's giving me problems. All right, that should be good. So once you get it spiced the way you want it, just give it another quick stir. That. And then all you're gonna do is cover them. Stir it occasionally and just check. Obviously you want it to be, so you don't want them to be rock hard, you want them to be kind of soft. So, just check on them at about 10 minutes. I usually stir them every few minutes to give them a quick stir, and then check on them at about the 10-minute mark. With the amount that I have, it's probably going to be 15, maybe 20 minutes. Sweet potatoes are done. Good way to check on them is just to make sure they're fork tender. Find maybe one of your bigger pieces in there so you can see it's going in pretty easy, pretty soft. So those are done. I'm just going to set these aside. Now let's get started on this chicken. Chicken's marinated. Go ahead and pull that out of the refrigerator. Air fryer, just went ahead and sprayed the basket with a little oil. So I have not made, so this is new, if you guys don't know, fairly new device for me, the air fryer. I've never made chicken breasts in here before, so this is gonna be a learning experience. I went ahead and pounded these out a little bit to thin them out so they'll cook a little faster and more evenly, but I think I'm gonna have to do 2 batches because these baskets are pretty small. But you can see, maybe, I apologize for being so far away, but I think I'll be able to get 2 of them in here. Throw it in there. Yeah, it'll be just probably big enough for 2 of them. Even that might be pushing it a little bit, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, no, that's good to go. So let's go ahead and I'll just put that 3rd one back in the refrigerator until these are done. Like I said, I sprayed the basket with a little bit of cooking spray. Put it in there, 350 on the air fryer, and we're gonna go, I don't know, we'll see, we'll go 10 minutes. See how that goes. All right, I had to get a closer look. It's hard for you guys to see, but man, these just came out of the air fryer. They are looking pretty good and pretty juicy, right at about 10 minutes. Time for the moment of truth. So the chicken's done. You saw how juicy it looked. You saw how succulent it looked. I'm very impressed with the air fryer. It's the temperature, so I just went ahead and that leftover marinade with the mustard, I just went ahead and spread a little bit of that on it. Grabbed a couple of sweet potatoes. So let's check the chicken first. That's the star of the show. That's really good. So almost tastes like it was on the grill. That's what's the good thing about the air fryer. So actually had some of those like crunchy edges to it. It's sweet. It's that apple cider vinegar is coming through. So let me try one of these sweet potatoes real quick. Yep. Good combination with the paprika and the cinnamon. Goes really well with the chicken. Really easy recipe. Bourbon something, brown sugar bourbon glazed chicken with sweet potatoes, really good. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Remember, you're better than a fast food chicken sandwich. Free Waste and Freedom on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I'll post the video with the macros. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. I'll see you guys next Sunday.